Yeah, hi everybody, Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. I've seen this video leaked, but it's hit the papers. This is where the power of sharing this inside stuff's going to work for the ex-Jehovah Witnesses. Watch. Jehovah Witnesses official says to destroy records because Satan is coming after us. Now, the world media has gotten onto this. I've seen this video. I think it's on Kim and Mikey's channel, if they don't mind me saying. There's a screenshot from the video right there. Screenshot from the video. Short Bartlett, the records management overseer for the Jehovah Witnesses, explains the organization's new record-keeping policies during a 2017 seminar in Britain. Now, this story is by David Gambacata, or David Gambacorta. Let's see what David says. A Jehovah Witness official delivered an urgent message to a group of elders at a 2017 seminar in Britain. The time had come to rethink the record-keeping policies of the organisation, which has come under fire for its handling of child sexual abuse complaints. Sean Bartlett, the witness's record management overseer, explained that the handwritten notes and drafts of internal documents needed to be destroyed because of the potential legal harm they posed to the organisation, which has 8 million followers worldwide and more than a dozen congregations in the Philadelphia area. Now, I heard on that video this man say that there was a case where one of the people, they come in, somebody's come in to find out something, and somebody's put their hand up and goes, "Oh, I've got a note about something or other, and it costs the Watchtower Society, according to this bloke, hundreds of thousands of dollars." So I don't know what the issue was, but it cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. The question is, why has this come up? Bartlett said, according to a video recording of the seminar that was leaked online earlier this year by an anonymous insider. Let's have a look at this. Just bear with me, please, listeners, while we have a look at this.
We've talked about what a record is. The question is, why has this come up? Why is it that we have records management now? We've been functioning as an organization for years. Well, we know that the scene of this world is changing, and we know Satan's coming after us, and he's going to go for us legally. We can see by the way things are shaping up. So the organization has said, we've run into difficulties in the past because of the records we have. Like most departments, you get the questions, you go through, you create a draft, and you think it looks really good, you pass it by, or someone in your department passes it by you as the overseer, and you look at it and say, no, change this, change that. Well, you do a few drafts, and if you're like Justin and I, that goes around quite a few times. We look at all those that were not approved, all these drafts, and we get rid of all drafts. And the reason is because there's many comments that are sometimes made on drafts. Those are the ones that get us in trouble. A record can be a film or a video, but I also mentioned handwritten notes. Now, sometimes we think, well, handwritten note, how important can that be? Well, we've found out they're very important. Just a few years, not a few years, well, it's quite a few years ago now, we used to deal with a company. We bought a particular product from them. We hadn't dealt with them in 20 years. Well, that company got into litigation. So that company, they, in their records, said they dealt with Watchtower. Now, this was in the United States, so right away they come to Watchtower, which is Bethel. That's how they know us in New York City. So they come here and ask us, do we have anything in our records? Now, if we do, then we're connected to their litigation. That's how it works. But if we don't, then the legal world says, well, we have in no way can prove that you were ever dealing with them. They just say that. So they came to Bethel and they checked all the records and they couldn't find anything, but it was determined it would be appropriate to meet with some of those that were there at the time. They asked a few different ones. No, nobody had any records of it. They asked one brother, and he said, "Oh, yes, I do." And he was in his top drawer, he pulled out, and he had a handwritten note. So that handwritten note tied us back to litigation and cost us a few $100,000. So are handwritten notes just as important? Yes, they are. So we want to be very careful and cautious how we handle our records, even if we think they're insignificant. The difficulty is it's happened more than once. So that's why we have this systematic program that we're putting into play.
Wow, this is powerful. This is really powerful for the people that want to stop this organization, this cult. Well, we know that the scene of this world is changing, and we know Satan's coming after us, and he's going to go for us legally. We can see by the way things are shaping up. This is this guy in this video. So the organization has said, we've run into difficulties in the past because of the records we have. A judge in California fined the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of New York, the Witnesses corporate non-profit, more than $2 million last year, refusing to turn over a secretly compiled list of 775 suspected child molesters within the congregation. Now, there's evidence that the Watchtower and Tract Society, right up to the governing body, has protected 775 suspected child molestation cases or suspects within their organisation, and it's cost more than $2 million. Talk about defiance. The Watchtower also has settled multiple lawsuits filed by former members across the country, many of whom claimed that they were sexually abused as children and that their abusers were protected by elders who enforced the millennium religion's rules, like one that requires sexual assault victims to find 2 witnesses to support their allegations. This cult is out of control. Just let me pull this down a bit. Publicly, Watchtower leaders insist that they abhor child abuse and don't provide cover for predators. That's a lie, isn't it? We just read it's a lie, because they covered 775 suspected child molesters within the organisation. In the video, Bartlett never mentions the sex abuse lawsuits directly, but he explains the need for elders to be mindful of handwritten records and other files that could prove to be a liability. At one point during the seminar, Bartlett told the attendees that they should destroy drafts of any documents in their possession, and the result is because there's many comments that are sometimes made on drafts, he said. Those are the ones that get us into trouble. The witnesses declined to make Bartlett available for an interview or to discuss his comments from the video. The footage is no longer available on YouTube. A message on the website notes that the material was removed at the request of the Watchtower. Well, it's on here, isn't it? It's on here, and I'm going to play it for you now. Yeah, Dr. Jason Morrison, theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. If you watched it on YouTube, please share or like. Maybe even comment. If you watch it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.